So today, for Valentine's Day, I caught up with a female director whose work I'd been wanting to see for years and kept putting off. I saw one of her shorts that she did for Miu Miu, that Miu Miu shorts series that they're doing with women. Um, but I hadn't seen any of her features. So what I did was I watched the ones that were available to me for free, which was her first film and her most recent film. So there's two in the middle that I still have not seen. So this director is So Yong Kim. She was from South Korea, but she spent her childhood on in Los Angeles. And several of her films are autobiographical. I think her first two are autobiographical. I haven't seen the second one. I just said that. So the first one I watched was In Between Days. It's expiring on Filmstruck in about a week, I think. So y'all have some time to catch up on it. But it's available on DVD from Keough, I believe, so you can check it out that way as well. And this is an autobiographical look at when So had moved to America as a teenager. And so you follow a girl named Amy as she adjusts to living in an unnamed, but it was shot in Toronto, North American city. She has issues learning English. She doesn't care. Mostly, she's a teenager. She's going through like teenage angst. She has like sexual tension with her best friend, who's a dude. She has an estranged relationship with her mother. Her father is not with them. She's very upset about that, etc., etc. And especially in this film, you can see that So Yong Kim belongs to like the slow movie or slow film movement. There we go. Much like Kelly Reichardt. It's a very Kelly Reichardtian film, if you will. Although, I don't know which one came. No, yeah, I think Reichardt made films. I don't know. They're very similar filmmakers is what I'm trying to say. A lot of non-professional teen actors. A lot of this was very loosely made with just tight rehearsing with the teens and getting sort of real feelings and real awkwardness from them. It's shot by Sarah Levy, not the Sarah Levy that's linked on Wikipedia. That is the daughter of Eugene Levy. That's a different person. Has a great Asobi Seksu song at the end. I hope the band just gave her that song to use because this film was made on a $60,000 budget. So it premiered at the Sundance Film Festival and got I think it was like a Uniqueness of Vision award. It does not say on here. I read it somewhere. Where is it? There we go. Independent Vision. Special Jury Prize for Independent Vision. It was co-written, produced, and co-produced with her husband, Bradley Russ Gray, who's also a filmmaker. And I read a very delightful New York Times profile of the two of them from about 10 years ago that if you Google either of them will pop up, and I recommend reading that. It's cute. They're both promoting their second films. It's a nice little piece. So So Yong Kim edits her own films. So she edited this one, and I think the second one I watched, they edited together. That is a cattail. Which brings us to the second film, which is Lovesong. It is on Netflix right now. It premiered at Sundance in 2016, but it was released by Strand Releasing almost exactly a year ago. Today, it was February 17th, 2017. Did not come to Atlanta. Somehow I missed it altogether, renting-wise, last year. So it has, you can see how much she's grown as a filmmaker, both in the way the film is made, the budget of the film, and the cast of the film. The cast includes Jena Malone, Riley Keough, I can't ever say her last name, Elvis's granddaughter, Brooklyn Decker, Amy Simmons, and Rosanna Arquette. Rosanna Arquette is great in this. Bring back Rosanna Arquette. Bring her back. And if you notice, both of these films are named after Keough songs, In Between Days and Lovesong. Lovesong, one word. I read in that article, the New York Times article, that her husband's second film, The Exploding Girl, was a riff on The Exploding Boy, which was the B-side to the Cure's Lovesong. So I think it's safe to say that So Yong Kim and Bradley Russ Gray are Cure fans. In this film, which was co-written with her husband. We mostly focus on the character of Sarah, played by Riley, who is a stay-at-home mom whose husband, played by, of all people, in a cameo, like a recorded, like they're Skyping, and that's all you ever see him cameo. Carrie Funkinyagwa from that Jena that I hate and True Detective. So who knew? And the score was done by Johan Johansson, who just passed. So these two filmmakers have worked with several Icelandic musicians, and I think it was because Bradley Russ Gray's debut film or second film, one of the two, was shot in Iceland, so he must have like met all the musicians in Iceland, because Iceland's a very small country. But I digress. You follow Sarah, played by Riley, who's a stay-at-home mom, whose husband is traveling all the time. She has a daughter. She's young. She had the daughter at 21. So when you first meet her, she's supposed to be like 24, 25. And she's just really unhappy. So she calls her best friend, Mindy, played by Jena Malone. They haven't seen each other since college. They go on a short road trip. This winds up with them getting drunk and sleeping together, which causes some friction, mostly because one of them, I'm not going to say which, reacts one way and the other one reacts another way. Cut to 3 years later, and Mindy, Jena Malone's character, is now getting married, and Sarah is coming, even though she's not in the wedding. Her daughter's in the wedding. Throw in the fiance, the fiance's family, and Rosanna Arquette. Sounds like it would be like a romantic comedy, hoop-de-doo kind of movie with bad jokes and running through fields and things. I'm thinking of My Best Friend's Wedding, although I really love My Best Friend's Wedding. But think of this part of the film. This is like 2/3 of the film, of like if Kelly Reichardt made My Best Friend's Wedding. That's what the second and third parts of this film felt like. They're very slow. It's very raw. It's very emotional. The chemistry between the two actresses is off the charts. It's so gay. And I don't really want to say how it ends, but I will tell you I was disappointed. But, we'll see. Just because it ends one way doesn't mean it's going to go another way. Somehow this movie only made $10,000, and I'm like, where did this even play? That makes me sad. They're both great films. In Between Days is on Filmstruck right now. Lovesong is on Netflix. If you like raw emotions, especially if you like the work of someone like Kelly Reichardt, then this is a filmmaker for you. I'm glad I finally hopped in. I am not always in the right mood, even for Kelly Reichardt films, so I'm glad I was in a good mood day for this. I think it's because I was at the dentist this morning and I'm still a little numb, so I can do slow cinema when I'm having a numb face day. Anyway, support lady filmmakers. Watch their movies. Rent them. If you don't have Netflix or Filmstruck, you can also always rent these films. Check them out. Give So Yong Kim a chance. If you want to see her style, look for her Mew Mew short. It's on YouTube. It's called something Spark. Where'd it go? Spark and Light. It's really actually quite delightful. It's one of my favorite of the Mew Mew shorts. So check it out. Check them all out. So Yong Kim for the win on this Galentine's Day.